Hello, welcome back to Learn Oikonomia. Today we are going to see the difference between public good and private goods. Let's get started. Coming to public goods are identified as non-rival good. Why do we say that public good is non-rival? This is because public good will not cause competition, will not lead to a scenario of competition. And why do we say so? This is because whenever a person consumes some units of a public good, this will not be reducing the quantity available for others. Since consumption by one person is not reducing the quantity of consumption for others, you call these goods as non-rival goods. On the other hand, your private goods are rival. Why do you say it is rival? Because consumption of this good by one person will be reducing, will definitely decrease. It does decrease the quantity available for others. So here this is a strict case of competition. Okay, moving to other area of difference. Public good, you consider it as non-excludable. That means you are not able to exclude somebody from consuming it. So it is something that shows that nobody is prevented from consumption. This is a peculiar feature of public good. That means even if you are not making payment for these goods, you are not prevented from consuming these goods. And that is why public good lead to a problem called free rider problem. Free rider problem means you are consuming it, but you are not making payment. In the case of private good, on the other hand, private good would be excludable commodities. Why? Because if you do not have money to pay for the certain goods, you will be automatically excluded from enjoying the benefit of that good. These types of commodities would be preventing people from enjoying the benefit of such goods if they do not have paid for their share on that particular good. So, for the very same reason, it always comes with a price and you cannot free ride in the case of private good. Here, you cannot free ride. Having said about public good and private good, where public good are mostly or most of the public goods, or usually public goods are having the characteristic features of non-rival and non-excludable features, whereas in the case of private goods are rival as well as excludable. Having said these, let's come to another important aspect of or another important type of a good, which is club good. And in this case, we are looking at resources which would be available but can be easily prevented being consumed, or their consumption could be restricted. Even though these goods are non-rival, you consider that you can exclude some people from others, some people from consumption. Okay, so club goods will have features of non-rivalry and excludability. This will be certain goods that are deliberately scarce in order to increase their value and discourage overconsumption. So deliberately scarce means human attempts are made to make these commodities scarce. Why? This is to increase the value of such resources. And also this would reduce human overconsumption of such good. So we can have these as internet. Internet means if somebody uses internet, you can also use it as non-trivial but excludable feature is there. That means if you are not making payment, you will get excluded from using it. Again, road. There would be road toll or road tax. It's non-trivial. Everybody can pass through that road, but you are prevented from using the service of that road if you are not making toll, if you are not giving toll tax, road tax. Again, cinemas. You can watch movies in theater, but excludability feature is there if you are not making payment. Cinemas, usually cinema in theater is not what we are considering. Usually cinemas on cable TV, that is a best example. Cable TV is a good example. Cinemas and theater will be a pure private good because it will be having seating capacity. Why do you consider cinemas on cable TV or cinemas on TV that you get as a result of your cable TV connection? Because cable TV connection, if you enjoy the same service, your neighbor can also enjoy without competition, but you will get excluded from using that service if you are not making payment. Having said so, let's come to another important type of good which are considered as common resources or common property resources. And these goods are products that are open to consumption by everyone. And for the very same reason, there can be chances of overuse, or you call it as exploitation. Whenever you exploit such resources, this will be drastically reduced. And this will reduce the amount available for the other people. So this means nobody is excluded from the consumption of these commodity. So you consider that these goods are having a non-excludability feature, but when it comes to rivalry, non-rivalry aspect, this good is purely rival because it creates competition. For example, water, minerals, oil, wood, farmlands, all are examples to this. Forest resources, common property resources, all these are examples to common resources which are non-excludable and rival. That's all regarding these characteristic features and the classification of goods. And also we have seen the difference between private good and public good. I request you to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos, and also I request you to join our free Telegram community, for which link would be given in the description box. I also request you to download the Learn Economy app, for which also link would be there in the description box. That's it. Thank you for watching.